Today is Thursday, the 23rd of March, and this is from the South. Left-wing presidential candidate Lenin Moreno has demanded that Brazilian construction company ODEBRECHT publish the list of Ecuadorians who allegedly received bribes from the company. Moreno's request comes as part of his campaign promise to tackle corruption. On the other hand, his opponent, right-wing banker Guilherme Lasso from the Alliance Creosuma, told reporters that he has the list and will publish it only after he becomes president. An Argentine judge has ordered former President Cristina Fernández to face trial over alleged corruption. Fernández is accused of overseeing irregularities in the central bank's sale of US dollars in the futures market while she was in office. The federal judge ordered former finance minister Alex Kicillof and former central bank president Alejandro Vanoli to face trial alongside Fernández. The date has not been announced. Of Arme in central Peru are struggling to tame encroaching waters after lagoons in the city burst their banks. This has exacerbated the natural disaster caused by flooding that has claimed at least 75 lives nationally. An avalanche of mud has hit homes in the city, forcing residents to lay down sandbags to protect their belongings. Drinking water has also been cut off for many residents, leading authorities to truck in supplies. Drought-stricken Cuba is looking at new water technologies this week during an international convention focusing on some of the latest equipment and processes for the efficient management of water resources. Cuba has been suffering through a drought throughout much of the country for the past 3 years and had high hopes that Cuba Agua 2017 would provide some solutions. During the opening of the convention, the president of Cuba's National Institute of Hydraulic Resources said the government recognizes the severity of the drought and is working to find answers. Bolivian and German authorities met in the capital of Bolivia on Wednesday to discuss the plans for a central bi-oceanic railway corridor. German Transport, Construction and Urban Development Secretary Reina Bomba met with Bolivian President Evo Morales and Bolivia's Minister of Public Works Milton Claros to talk about financing the portion of the railway from Bolivia to a port in southern Peru. German representatives also met with delegations from Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, and Uruguay on Tuesday. Police laid flowers outside of Parliament to honor the officer killed in an attack claimed by the Islamic State group, which sowed panic in the heart of London on Wednesday. Police identified the man who killed 3 people in a rampage outside Parliament as 52-year-old Khalid Massoud. The British-born man has had a string of convictions, but none for terror offences. A man who drove a car at speed into a pedestrianised street in Antwerp, Belgium, forcing people to jump out of its path, has been arrested. The man has been identified as Mohamed R., a French national of North African origin. Antwerp police found knives in the vehicle and a canister containing an unknown substance that bomb disposal officers had to check. Former Russian lawmaker Denis Voronenkov, who was a key witness in a treason case against former leader Viktor Yanukovych, was shot dead in broad daylight outside a hotel in central Kiev earlier this Thursday. The attacker reportedly also injured Voronenkov's bodyguard, who returned the gunman's fire. Both the shooter and the bodyguard were later taken to hospital, where the shooter died from his wounds. 2 ailing Malaysian seamen held hostage by Filipino Muslim militants for 8 months were found aboard a boat adrift off the southern Philippines. According to the Philippines military, the men were abandoned by the Abu Sayyaf gunmen before dawn near their hideout on the remote island of Pata. They received treatment at a military hospital in the area for unspecified ailments. Israel has arrested a Jewish teenager accused of making dozens of anti-Semitic bomb threats in the United States and several other countries. The 19-year-old was arrested following a wide-ranging investigation involving the FBI. The suspect's defense attorney said the young man has a growth in his head that causes behavioral problems. Colombian singer Carlos Vives auctioned his Swarovski-studded guitar on Wednesday to raise money for the victims of the Chilean fires. The auction was part of the humanitarian campaign called Colombia Helps Chile. The sparkling instrument, encrusted with 100,000 crystals, sold for $8,400. More on these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English.